Hey y'all. I want to start off by saying to those of you that have been following me any length of time know I had gastric sleeve surgery. My teeth are deteriorating, so I do not have my partial in because for some reason it's not working. Um, Please ignore that fact. My body is not absorbing the proper nutrients. Even though I'm taking my vitamins and my calcium citrate, my teeth is not getting the vitamins and nutrients it needs to sustain. Um, Getting on to this video, I had started doing a reaction video to her video about the Taco Bell thing with her and Becky eating. And, I'm big. Let me downsize that. And I started doing it, and I got about halfway into the video. And for some reason, this Chromebook I'm using, I've only had it. Oh, hush it. I'm not ready for you yet. I've only had it for a month or 2 months, and it locked up in the middle of me doing that reaction video, and I couldn't get it to turn off. I couldn't do anything, so it was just kind of stuck. So I'm going to bypass that one. I'm not even going to do it because all they were doing was eating and porking out anyway. Some kind of a leaf on me. They done yard. The Alabama Power came out and trimmed trees in my yard under the power line today. They got my pecan trees, which were already putting out little baby pecans. They butchered my crepe myrtles. They butchered my magnolia tree. Um, I have no shade left in my front yard because they took off the other half of the trees by the road. I am very pissed and perturbed, to say the least. Um, With that said, moving on along, I do have my poop emoji. Whenever she says something I think is full of crap, she's going to get the poop emoji. So let's jump into this, y'all.
Hey guys, so this is not a pre-recorded video, this is an update video. So I feel like I'm gonna get really emotional. I've been doing a lot of crying lately, as you can tell.
Before she gets into it, I see she went for 10 minutes and 10 seconds. She got her 10 minutes in. Now, I have ad block on my laptop, so I do not know how many ads she put in this video. Don't care, I'm not going to watch them. I got my hair cut for those of you that I'm friends with on Facebook and on Twitter. Finally got all that shaggy mess cut off. Anyway, getting on into this.
My mom is here. She's been here for a few days, and as you guys know, I didn't see her for 12 years.
Y'all, I cannot hear her. She's talking really low. Give me a second. I've got my unit going. I've got my ceiling fans going. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to turn off my air conditioning where the unit will quit blowing air through the vents, and it will help take out some noise. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's get into this.
And the way she is now and who she is as a person, she's been sober for almost 5 years now. She's found God. She has a job. She has her own apartment.
Okay, and I'm proud for the woman if she has seriously been sober. I'm sorry, I'm moving it around so much. I'm sorry, but even if she has been, shit, that ain't working either. I'm sorry if she's been sober for 5 years, that she's found God, that she has her own apartment. What about all these other years that she wasn't in your life, Amber? I mean, it's been 12 years since you've seen your mother. 12. But the last 5 years she's been clean, but she still didn't go see her baby. Come on now.
The way that she is, she's one of the most incredible people I've ever known. Like, the way that she is, like, it's gonna hurt so much when she goes back home. Like, I cry about it a lot, even though it hasn't even happened yet. And just knowing she has to go home in a few days is heartbreaking. Like, I can literally hands down say she is probably one of the best people I've ever known. And I'm just so proud of her. And God, sorry, it's just so emotional. It's been absolutely amazing having her here during this time. Um, so yesterday I did go to the cancer center, and this whole thing has been, it's been pretty hard on me and on everyone who cares about me. Um, and it's like, yeah, I've cried. Yes, this is real. But for some reason, as soon as we pulled into the cancer center, I lost it. Because to me, that made it the most real. The most real. And like I was crying on the way to the third floor in the elevator. And my mom was just comforting me the whole time because it was just so real to me. And I was like, I cannot believe this is like what I'm going through. So we were there for almost 5 hours, and I was only allowed to have one person in there with me because of the virus and stuff. And my mom.
Okay, that is factual. That's the way it is at the hospital my wife works at.
Went with me, and it was just so nice to have her there. And so
So, was your mother in there with you? I'm sorry about this low light. It is daylight outside, but it's overcast right now. And I didn't think to turn on a lamp when I sat down. And I apologize. My next video, I'll turn it on. I think there's another one I'm going to do behind this. So, your mother was in the back with you and not Becky?
long story short, I got my first pelvic exam, which is like a pap smear. It, for me, as like a virgin, was
So many thoughts go through my head when she says this virgin and having the hymen sewed back together. And I'm just like, so you don't consider lesbian sex as real sex? I mean, you're not a virgin. Sorry. I'm not going into all that of what I think because it's none of my business what goes on in her bedroom. But every time she says that, it makes it the viewer's business. But anyway, moving on back along.
traumatizing, and that's putting it lightly. But the people there were so amazing. They were so incredible. Oh my God. I'm very lucky with, you know, the people, the doctors, and all of that who I have in my life for what I'm going through. So I'm very grateful for that. I so regarding the cancer and like the treatment, I have two options, and that's something I have to think about on my own and choose on my own. You know, I don't want anyone's opinion, or I don't want to be like biased based off of other people's opinions.
Sorry, drop my glasses.
Thing, you know. And the oncologist told me that I need to choose this for myself, and I need to know pros and cons of both situations. And I think that's the biggest reason why I don't want to share the two options, because a lot of people have opinions on YouTube, which I totally understand. And I don't want any of them kind of getting in the way of my thinking process. So that's why I'm just kind of going to not mention the treatment options. And when I do finally decide, I will definitely let you guys know. And a lot of people were oh, asking what stage of cancer. So, with uterine cancer, I'm just going to talk about what they told me, not like with other people because I don't know. But they said that they can't tell a stage until they do certain things. but just by scraping the tissue and getting the biopsy, they weren't able to see what stage. So they don't know. So that means I don't know. Um, Another update is I do have quite a few appointments coming up. I have a CT scan coming up with contrast. I have an MRI coming up. I have a weight loss specialist appointment coming up. That's not for a couple months though, because they said that she's really scheduled, and so that's not going to be for a couple months. But I do have the CT with contrast.
Are you going to lie after you go to this one and say that they weren't for you? And then down the road say you've never been to somebody that dealt with weight loss and told you needed to lose weight? Okay, then.
Faster than the MRI, scheduled for sooner than that. They just want to see, I guess, what my body's doing on the inside, see if in the best way that they can, if it's spread anywhere and stuff like that. That's terrifying to even think that that's even not an option, but even just like a possibility. It's honestly terrifying to me. So I feel like the results of the CT scan and the MRI is going to also help me decide between the treatments. I just have a very large, good support system within my family from Oklahoma. Oh my God, it makes me so emotional. Like,
You mean the family that turned their back on you from Oklahoma? The grandma that told you not to come back? The aunt that you have obviously had feuds with? Uh huh. And the mama that has been gone for 12 years, even though she's found Jesus in the last 5? Uh huh.
my mom is really God fearing. My whole family is. And they see things in a positive way, such as like this cancer
Y'all, it sounded like somebody just had a wreck out in front of my house.
scare
But I don't
is
see nothing.
terrifying, and no one wishes it on anyone, but it's like this brought us all together because it's like sometimes you don't realize things until it's too late, and that's sad. But a lot of families, have problems and stuff, and if you guys would have known like my past, you guys would understand. But my mom is a completely different, oh, I can't even like talk, a completely different person now. She is so incredible, and it's like my family carrying so much. It's just like it warms my heart, honestly. And knowing that I have that support and that I have these actually really freaking good doctors who are kind and understanding and gentle with me, because this is a scary process and I'm terrified. It's just a lot at once. It's so overwhelming. Like, these last 2 weeks have been such a freaking roller coaster, and it's just like, I know I'm almost 30 years old, and it's like I'm sitting here thinking I don't know what I'm gonna do without my mom when she leaves. It's
Yeah, I'm fortunate. I'm still have my mother and daddy. They're still married. As a matter of fact, they just left a few minutes ago. Um, I understand her wanting her mother, and y'all apologize again for it being so dark. I understand her wanting to have her mother. I want my mother around every time something happens with me. I do. I want my mother around, and y'all. I saw my teeth in the camera, and I am so sorry that y'all have to see this. Um, every time I go to the dentist, it's like it's too far gone for him to do this or to do that, and I just don't have the money right. I'm a college student, and I don't have the money right now to go to the dentist and have what I need to have done. But I don't think any of my teeth are salvageable anyway because the nutrients. I'm off on a whole other tangent. Like I told you earlier, my teeth are just deteriorating rapidly since I've had gastric sleeve surgery.
just so. God, if I didn't have things holding me here, Kentucky, like Becky, because she is my everything, I would move to Oklahoma. I really would. Because my heart is, with my mom, and she deserves so much to be.
That sounds like she don't give a two-shit bit about poor old Becky. But I'm wondering if her and Becky's already split the sheets because Becky's got all this set up in the basement of the house.
Or, it's just me and my mom have talked about some things from the past, and I have such a bigger understanding of so much now that I'm older and she's able to communicate, certain things with me. I'm just amazed about, I'm just so proud of her and how far she's come. It is absolutely amazing. And she's just incredible. Like, I wish you guys could meet her. I'm just I don't want people to be rude, because people will be rude no matter how great someone is. People will say mean things in a YouTube comment, and I don't want my mom to be picked apart or anything. She does not deserve that at all in the slightest. I am so emotional. You guys, roller coaster. Me and my mom have so much fun together. Like, we laugh at the same stuff. We have such a similar personality when it comes to like humor, and we just get each other, and then we're able to cry together because we're both emotional and we love each other, and we talk about the past, and we're able to talk about serious.
What past are you talking about? Because you've made it sound like you were in foster care most of your life, except for the last 12 years when you've been on your own.
Things like it's just, it gets me right here in the heart, like hardcore, and I just don't want her to go. It's so sad. Anyways, I think that's it on the update front. Um, I don't really know what else to say, actually. So if I missed anything or forgot anything, it's the same thing. I will obviously say it in another video.
Okay, y'all. I'm going to stop it there. Most of y'all, if not all of you that watch my videos, has probably already seen this video of hers. I'm just playing catch up here. I think I've got one more to do. The bullshit meter is like a pile of bullshit. I know she needs her mother. Everybody needs their mother in their life, but her mother ain't been there in 12 years, and she's done just fine without her mama. I'm wondering if she's leaving Becky.